Hello everyone, new video today. This time it's about Pinterest and using it to beef up your Contrado sales. So if you've got a Contrado store, you probably know that you can't pin directly to Pinterest, which is slightly annoying. So I'm going to show you a little workaround. So let's get into it. Right, so welcome back to the Serial Carnage YouTube channel, where we discuss everything print on demand and making money online. I give you tips, tricks and tutorials to help beef up your print on demand stores and help make you lots of money. So without further ado, let's get into this episode, shall we? Right, so we're on my Pinterest account here, and you can see in the bottom left corner, I've lost my mouse. I really don't know how to get it back. If anybody knows how to get your mouse back on OBS, please help me out here because it's not working for me. So yeah, as you can see in the bottom left here, we've got a more independent artist folder board that you can pin to, and the link will be in the description below. But you'll also be able to get the link from my Facebook group called Contrado Stores as well, which is also in the description below. So I was contacted the other day by Tamara from this Murray store. She's a Contrado store owner, and she was having troubles pinning to Pinterest because, as you know, you can't pin directly to Pinterest. So I'm just going to use her store as an example and just show you what I do to get all of my pins onto Pinterest. So what I would do, as soon as I make like a bunch of stuff, say I'm making a bunch of dresses for one design, then I would go into that design over here. I've just clicked on the colourful, vibrant designs. It's taken a little while to load. So I'd go over there and say I just made all these. There's only 8 here. So you're going to see the ball ache that happens to try and get these posted onto Contrado, especially with some of the 3D ones like this suitcase. Yeah, so what I do is I just right click and open everything in a new tab. Everything you've just done anyway. So you'll obviously have multiple items here, but we're just going to open all of those in a new tab because this is the easiest way to do it. And then what I do is just right click on that and save the image. And that is the best quality image you're going to get. But unfortunately, it's only 800 by 800. You can't get them any bigger. And I wouldn't bother using software to make them bigger. There's just no point. So yeah, I go through an extra process where I actually slap my name and logo on top of this picture and then put it onto Pinterest. But we can discuss that in another video because I made an action for it in Photoshop, and to be honest, I kind of forgotten how I made the action because I was watching somebody else on YouTube who I will link down in the description below. Is Unmesh Dinda from Piximperfect. He's awesome, brilliant teacher. Go and watch him. So anyways, back to the tutorial. So after you've taken that, then I would go to this one, wherever it is. Got lots of stuff in there. Let's just get rid of all that. And you can't see this, but now you can. So we've got this picture of the gloves here. And then what I would do with that, I use Tailwind to automate all of my pins, but for those of you who are not using that, what I would do is I would just create a pin straight on here and then drop the gloves. This is a bit annoying. I usually use 2 screens. I hate using one screen. Now you can see, look, it's actually giving you a warning here that the picture is only 800 by 800 and it wants something at least 1000 by 1500, which is a different ratio anyway. I mean, you can use squares on Pinterest. I've got plenty of squares on there. So yeah, this is really important, this part. So your title is going to be the name of your item, gloves, Lycra gloves, and then the name of your artwork and as many keywords as you can to get as close to 100. You don't have to completely fill it up, but just try and get some keywords in there to narrow down the search terms and stuff. And you can also, in here, I usually go straight back and I would recommend putting a longer description in here. When you make items on Contrado, it recommends that you write 70 words, and write 70 words because there's no tag system on Contrado. So you have only your title and your description to work with. So I would completely rename this one. It's just called gloves. It's going to get lost in search results. You need to call it gloves, space, hyphen space, and then the name of the artwork, at least that. And then you need a 70-word description. You do need that because, like I said, there's no tags and you've got to try and get your items out there. And of course, all we have on Contrado is the marketplace, and I'm not a big fan of the marketplace. I don't think it works like other marketplaces. For instance, when I started this back in early November, the same people are still on the marketplace, and I reached out to Contrado to see what happens and how I can get featured on the marketplace, and I got a response to saying it gets rotated every so often, and it hasn't been in about 3 months. So we've got to do it ourselves, and this is the way to do it. So yeah, so we're just going to imagine that says gloves and the name of the artwork, and this is a full 70-word description. Come back here, just paste that in there, and because this is just called gloves, we're just going to call that gloves. And then this is the most important part, the destination link. Now, the trouble that Tamara was having is she was posting this link here. No. She was posting just that part of the URL, which is behind my face and you can't see it. So don't worry about that. But she was just posting her store URL. What you need to do is you need to grab the URL from the item, which is just up here, and copy that one. And then pop that over into your designated place to put that. I just went blank there. And what I would do also, if you're not using Tailwind, take advantage of the carousel feature, because you should have 2 pictures. Yeah. So, oh, there's 4. There's 8. How many gloves? Well, why is there 8 pictures for 2 gloves? I don't understand that. But yeah, I would use another picture and show the other side. Until you start getting into automation, it's good to have a bit of a carousel and just give people something to interact with. So I'm not going to publish this, but you choose your board in your section. You know, I've got tons of boards on it. You want a lot of boards. Now, when it comes to actually pinning this, I would pin this. So I don't have a glove section. Just imagine I did. We're just going to imagine that this slogan section is the glove section. So what I would do, once I've got this and I've created my carousel, I would duplicate it. And then put it in whatever you... patterns. Put that in patterns as well. And you could probably put it in abstract too. You know, and if there was an animal on there, you'd put it in animals as well. You want it to go in 2 to 5 boards. No more than 5. And so, basically, once we're ready, I can't remember what it's more independent artists. So I would post it to this one. There we go. So we got gloves. I'm just going to give that a capital letter because I am going to post this just to show you what it looks like. And we're going to post this in more independent artists, and we're not going to post that one. That was just an example one. So just publish that. And now you can see it's been published. So if I go back to the main page, for some reason it's keeping the more independent artists board at the bottom. Does anybody know why that's happening? It's only happened in the last 24 hours because I've got all my boards on last save to. So whichever the last save to should be up there. Let's try a refresh, see if that helps. Yeah, there you go. I don't know why it went all the way down to the bottom, but we got it back now. So you can see that's in there. And this board is going to be... I don't think I'm going to post any of my own things in there because I've got my things on enough boards already. So this is just going to be for anyone who wants to join the Facebook group or anyone subscribe to the channel. Just hit me up and I'll give you the link and you can start posting your stuff in there. I'll probably make a RedBubble one too. Because I don't like mixing the two really. I started off posting a lot of RedBubble things on here, but I kind of stopped now because RedBubble does a lot advertising wise and Contrado doesn't. So if you're with both, then prioritize the advertising on Contrado because RedBubble do a lot themselves when it comes to advertising. So yeah, I'll have another board with with RedBubble stuff on there. So if you don't have a Contrado store and you only have a RedBubble store, then you can pop that on there too. And I may in the future add a Spreadshirt and a threadless store as well, because board, because I've got those two stores. I'm not as active as I am on RedBubble or Contrado. I think I've only got like 50 designs on one and like 20 on the other. So yeah, I've kind of just left them in the wind, because I mean, when I first started, I was searching for the right platform, and I already had a Spreadshirt from a long time ago, where I was selling merchandise. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be active with that one, but if I do, and if it's something that you guys want, then I'll make a board for it so you can all share. But yeah, that's the way to get all of your pins on Contrado. I can do one more just for an example. So we've got this beautiful bomber jacket. Let's do the travel wallet. I don't know why that's happened. So we've got this travel wallet. What you'd do is you'd save them. And don't worry about putting your logo on this picture yet. We'll do that in another video. So we've got that saved. You go back to here, you create a pin. Now in that saved folder, you just drop that in. You just drop it in and write the title. But the quickest way to do it, really, because I have long titles, so I just cut and paste everything. Everything. Cut and paste. Cut and paste. So yeah, we'll finish this one, and then I'll show you another little thing that I do regarding automation, because as you can see, this is a bit of a ball ache if you keep doing it. And each design can have up to like 450 items. So yeah, it can take you, it's going to take a long time to get it all of it done. So yeah, there's that one, and we can put that in the more independent artist board. Good thing about this create section, it remembers the last board you posted to, so we can just publish that for her. So I hope you're watching tomorrow, because this is exactly what you're going to be doing. And I really do hope it helps. Just a quick one now. I'm just going to pop over to my Tailwind. That might take a little while to load because I've got a ton of stuff in there. Because as you can see, I'm at 4,200 pins. And I've got another 9,000 waiting to go out. And I just think it's the best way for me. So what I do with Contrado, as soon as, say I was making, 10 dresses, then I'd take those dresses, I'd post them into my Tailwind as soon as I've made them, so I don't have to worry about promotion later on, and they will just get shuffled. And I think at the moment the Tailwind automation is going to go on to about 2023, but I am going to upgrade my account so I can do unlimited pins, because I'm only sending out 11 to 16 pins a day. So I want to increase that to like maybe 40, because I've got the content, and this will just go on forever. If I scroll down, you can see I've done it to every single one, including the process of putting my logo and my name on each photo. Because one piece of advice I did take from Lisa Irby when I was trying to research how to use Pinterest properly was look at what everybody else is doing and do something different. Now, I know it's not much different just slapping my logo down the side and my name across the bottom, but it was all I could come up with at that point, and I think it looks all right. I really don't want to detract from the actual pieces. I like the white background. I know it's not a brilliant tool for sales, and live models in a live setting are much better, but we've got what we've got, and Contrado, every single item has a white background, and I'm not about to take an extra step to change that white background as well. I don't think there's much point, to be honest with you. And so this video is going on for a little longer than I had anticipated. So I'm just going to go into my analytics just to show you the power of Pinterest. And if we go to the last, yeah, there's no way I've been on it for 90 days. So you can see it does work. So I'm hovering just under like 1,000 at the moment. It was a bit more just on the lead up to Christmas, but we're sort of growing again now. But one thing I have noticed is that the engagements and the engage audience are constantly going up. If I change that to 30 days, you'll see a change. Yeah, see 107% 73%, 87%, and the impressions are actually down. So I wouldn't worry too much about impressions. That's just how many people have scrolled past your thing, basically. It's the engagements you want to concentrate on. So yeah, we didn't have a busy Saturday, but we had a busy Friday. So things are growing slowly. And if you want to be a part of it, we can all grow together. And that's what this is about, really. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.